Oh, it's hair. I just took a bath. I didn't wash my hair. I just took a bath and relaxed. And my hair is crazy. I got to do something with it. Hi, guys. It's JLJ this evening. I'm James Lott Jr., JLJ Media. Just want to tell you that next week would be now, I rotate every week. Next week would be JLJ After Darks. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to have, I might take a break. I might take a week off. But I've been very happy doing this for the last month or so. It's been a lot of fun. You guys are watching and listening, so thank you. I appreciate that. If you didn't know I was doing this, check them out. One week I do GLJ this evenings, one week I do GLJ after dark. So I'm rotating. So I've had a few guests. So check those out. So I might take a little breather. I'm not sure yet. I might have episodes. I don't know, but we'll see. It's now entering my birthday week, 2 weeks mode. I got other things going on at the same time and all that. So I want to talk about scammers. Tell you a little story. And I'm not going to say the name of the person or the place because I think they have multiple names. So I think it won't even matter. I think it's whatever. So it starts out, I'm on LinkedIn. If you know that I'm James Lott Jr., you know, follow me, on LinkedIn. I kind of like LinkedIn because it's much more sophisticated. It's about business, about jobs, employment, sharing work, employment stuff, knowledge. I was hacked on LinkedIn like a year ago. Was I couldn't believe I had oh my god, I love my LinkedIn page. And I had to start all over again. So I've been building it. And I mostly just post on there. I do try to look at my friend's stuff and share some stuff and things like that, like I always do. But it's not this is not Instagram, this is not X, it's not Blue Sky. So I like it. Well, of course, on there, the people trying to sell you stuff. Lots of sales stuff, just like, yeah, let me help you with this, all this stuff. They send you things all the time. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I was like, well, I just kind of keep moving. So I said, I just leave it alone. There was this one time though, there was a kind of an attractive offer. It was just kind of like, hi, I'm so and so. We do virtual assisting, which I do want to know more about. I have some friends who use virtual assistants. They use them. And so they were like, because we have this event we're doing at the Intuit Dome. Um, we'll be there for a Clippers game from 7 to 9, where we have a private box, food and drink, research. You can watch a game for free if you let us talk to you for like 15, 20 minutes. Well, like those timeshare stuff. Like if we talk to you a little bit, blah blah. I'm not a big okay, I'm not a basketball fan at all. As we do basketball or anything, but I live near Intuit Dome here in Inglewood. It looks beautiful on the outside. I was like, I want to go inside. I invited Flo Boyce, my buddy, and I said, we'll just go. I said, I'll just do it for 15, 20 minutes. I said, actually, maybe I'll learn some, who knows? And we set it up and we set the date. And so then I come on some Google call or Google chat or whatever. And it's me and they have three people there. The girl who was the one who contacted me, another guy, and a girl who would give the presentation. So they shared a screen. And I was like, okay. And I was listening to it and I'm like, I'm learning some stuff. It was way out my price range. But I was just kind of like, this is very interesting though, because who knows? It might be my price range one day. It might happen to, something come up. But I just asked a few questions like, so like, did you work on your timetable? What can you do? Like, so they answered, I mean, they were answering these questions, and of course the call centers were somewhere else. But I was told that happens from some of these smaller nations. They hire folks to do all this stuff for you. That's why they can charge certain rates. So I was like, okay. And I listened to everything. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm gonna think about it. I said, well, you have my email now. You have my phone number, of course, my business name. I didn't get anything else out, but just that. But I was like, okay. I said, okay. And they go, we're so glad. And, and they try to, do the sale. Like, do you want to do it now? Like, no, I don't. I said, I don't even know what I would want, but it's just so cool that you guys told me. My first time talking about it. Like, can we schedule a call maybe a couple of months? I said, sure, a couple months. You can call me a couple months. And I said, I look forward to going to that mixer. I mean, we got fun. They're like, okay. The days get closer to the mixer. I'm waiting for like an email or something to say, okay, James, here's your tickets, or here's how you do this. That mixer came and went. I never got none. I sent an email afterwards going, "Hi, you had me come to this thing, and you guys," they never answered back. Then here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The kicker. Another name, another form letter sends me, "Hi, we have these blah blah blah. We have tickets to this other game at Intuendo," which I'm like, wait a minute. So I write there, I go, I just received one of these and just did it last month. I never got my invitation to the game, to the box. They ain't answered back either. So I was like, this feels like a scam to me. It was a scam. Because if it was an oversight, if it was an oversight, then they would have said, "Oh my God, we're so sorry. We thought we said it to you." Like nothing. Like, it just seems too scammy for me. So like I said, it was two different names, but it was the same kind of letter, form, email, and all this stuff. I was like, luckily I give out any personal information. Like that personal, my phone number maybe, but I don't care about that. Everybody has a phone number. But I'm just like, I'm usually pretty good. I usually don't fall for any of that stuff. That's what I get for getting greedy. When I want to go to a free box and get free food, that's what I get. But I just think it's. I hate this. I hate that people bait and switch. I hate people scam. My friends, I'll give a shout out to my friends, Trilogy Media. They're on here on YouTube. They're great. Their whole fan base is great too. We give a shout out to all of them. They fight scammers. They fight scams all the time, and they're just so good at it. And I just love what they do because they really are on top of it. And it just sucks that, as my aunt always says, my aunt Faith always says, that's their job. Their job is to get you. That's what they do it all day long. I mean, so that's what it is. So now I'm in some database with my phone number, my name, my business name. But I'm never gonna work with them. They probably know that now because especially like I said, like we're not working with them. I mean, that's like, I mean, even if there was a possibility, if they're legitimate, I would not work with them at this point. But it just sucks. Like usually, like this morning, oh my God, this morning, scams are everywhere. This morning, I go on my regular email. It says, a person is signed into your Disney Plus, login. Now, I share my account with a couple people. And once that works, so I know it's not him. And then she's not on. But I almost went in to change my password. He goes, change your password. They had some weird name on there. And people, you get hacked. So I go up, but I said, before you do that, James, here's a little tip for you guys at home. I've learned this. Hover around the email address that sends you this message. I hovered around it. It was not no Disney.com. It wasn't even DisneyPlus.com. It was some weird, like, it looks so real. And now I guess with AI and stuff, people can create all kinds of stuff. I was getting this stuff recently about like from PayPal, going, yeah, you have you have money coming, blah blah. I'm like, ain't nothing for free in life. Ain't nothing for free. And I'm like, but it looks so real until you click on the thing and you see it's a different. It's just. And I fell for something 2 months ago that it was only $45, all it was, but I thought I was going to get, this is what I get. I'll order online now anyway, but it was this place that was like, yeah, I thought it said Big Lots because Big Lots don't have business, but I know they have stuff in inventory. And it looked like a Big Lots warehouse. And so they had all this toilet paper towels, and it's really super cheap. I mean, super cheap. So I put together like 9 items that I wanted. I mean, this microwave and a vacuum cleaner, all stuff was like cheap, super cheap. I was like, if this is for real, let's see what happens. So I put it all in. It was like $45. That's it. Not a lot of money. And I go and I'm like, okay. I wait and wait, and I get this tracking number saying it's coming from China, of course. And so then it's like here now it's got to America. Now it's in Torrance, like all this stuff. So I'm following along for the next 2 weeks. Then it says one thing says it's been delivered. No, I'm sitting right here. I'm here. I use my other addresses they could possibly go to. Nobody got anything. So then I try to look at it, see what they could give me an address on the tracking. I contacted them. They're like, "Oh, it's coming. It's coming. We're looking into it. It's coming." No, I said, I waited a week later and go, "Nothing here. Check with your family." I'm like, "You're a scam. I fell for a scam." And luckily it was only $45. I was like, "Thank God." That's it. And I'm like, but it was a scam. I said, "You got my $45 and I didn't get none of this stuff." Now it's been 2 months. They can start saying, "Well, we're gonna look into it and get right back to you. Let's try it." It's a scam. But the thing looks so real. And it's like that's I usually don't fall for any of that stuff. I'm usually I don't trust nobody. I usually don't. And right now, the only penny I can get. So I'm like, it's ridiculous. I just hate scammers. I hate them. I do. I hate them. I want to eradicate them. It's just like, but that's what their job is. And to do that and bother poor folks like us who just like try to live our lives. That's what I'm trying to do. I will never understand. I will never understand what kind of conscience you have. But then people will say, well, if you live in certain countries and this is your only way out, I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. When I saw, I mean, I've been poor before. I know it's like to be poor. I'm not rich like I'm rich now, but I mean, I've been less off than this. I've also lived on the streets, so I know what that feels like too. You have no house to go to. Um, it's rough. You do certain things you wouldn't normally do. I'll say that for another time, for another show. You might do a few things you wouldn't normally do, but it's like, but I don't know, scamming people. I just think that's so. And I know that I'm super noble. It's just wrong. It really is just wrong. Shit. That's my story. I'm sticking to it now. That's my story for today. Watch out for scammers. Be really careful. They're getting more and more sophisticated, and that's the problem. Even on LinkedIn. I'm James Lott Jr. This is JLJ this evening. Um, just stay tuned. Follow me and all my stuff, and you'll know what's going on. Because I was going to say, well, you know what's going on. But check out the previous episodes, audio and video. Bye.